And Miami in the lead. White going long to Hill. Out of bounds at the 5-yard line. A great throw and a perfect catch.
Welcome into the BLEAV in the Cowboys podcast. I am Paul Catalina alongside former Dallas Cowboys quarterback and punter Danny White. We're, of course, brought to you by Bet Online, and it's that time of year again. All eyes are turning to football as teams are back in the gridiron to start the season. As always, Bet Online is your number one spot for all the pro and college football action this season. Get all the updated odds, props, and contests, including online's biggest $500,000 NFL mega contest, the world's largest $200,000 NFL Survivor contest. Open now at Bet Online. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 100% welcome bonus. Take advantage of their opening day super promo. Make a bet on the Thursday, September 9th opener between the Super Bowl champion Bucs and the Cowboys. And if you lose, your wager will be refunded up to $25 for new customers only when signing up and using promo code NFL100. Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports. Bet Online, your online sportsbook experts. And Danny, you are in Tampa for the game tonight as we open the season, and this is an exciting one for the Cowboys, opening on a Thursday night on the road. For once, the spotlight really isn't on them. It's on the Super Bowl champion Bucs. They're there to play spoiler, which often doesn't happen opening weekend with the Cowboys.
Well, you're right. And if nothing else happens this year, the football gods, at least the scheduling gods, have smiled on the Dallas Cowboys for sure, because coming off a year when there was no preseason, they get the extra preseason game. First of all, the Hall of Fame game. Then they get a 10-day stretches to start the regular season, which is much better than a 14-day spread and then a 7-day spread. So they get that. They get opening night. The whole league is watching. Every player in the league will be watching this game tonight. That doesn't happen very often, but it happens. And then later in the season, they get another 2 10-day stretch with Thanksgiving. So if nothing else, the schedule is certainly in favor of the Cowboys tonight.
It is. One of the things not in favor of the Cowboys is COVID-19, which is not in favor of anybody, but it has jumped up and bit them in Zach Martin not going to play tonight, and Connor McGovern going to step in because, the Thursday game, maybe Zach Martin tests out if it's a Sunday game. How big a loss is this on opening night? Even though Connor McGovern started to look pretty good towards the end of last year, this is a defensive line that has Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh that he has to deal with.
Yeah, those are the two guys in the middle, and they're the best run stoppers in the league. And so Connor certainly has his work cut out for him. But you're right. If this game was being played on Sunday, there'd be a chance for Zach, but not tonight. So it's a big blow. I mean, Zach is arguably the best player on this football team at his position, and man, it hurts a lot not to have him out there, especially when he's healthy. He's healthy. He just can't play. And that's what hurts probably more than anything. But Connor McGovern is going to be tested tonight, and maybe this is what he needs is to have this kind of pressure, this kind of expectations put on him. He's expected to really do a lot and to play well, and he's going to have to for the Cowboys to have any chance at winning this game, because when you break it down, the front four of Tampa and those linebackers are maybe the best front seven in the league.
If I took out even the front four and was telling Ezekiel Elliott, you have to get past Devin White and Levante David all night, that is a challenge enough. Those guys are all over the field.
Yeah, and then it's due to Ndamukong Suh and Vita Vea and those guys up front that they're able to do that, because if they allow those offensive linemen to get up on the linebackers, they can't play like that. So not enough credit is given to the front four, especially the front two tackles. when it comes to linebacker play. But, those two guys behind him are the beneficiaries of the great play of those two tackles up front.
Do you expect to see the Bucs and Tom Brady exploit the Cowboys at that same spot on their defense, because they're starting Osa Odigizua, who's a rookie at one defensive tackle, and Carlos Watkins, who's a bit of a journeyman free agent at the other right now?
Yeah, a little bit of a dichotomy of personalities there up front for the Cowboys, and that hurts. It really hurt to lose Neville Gallimore. That was the one injury in the preseason that the Cowboys, they'd have gotten by that one, they would have had a really, really good preseason in terms of injuries. But that one hurts. And so once again, we'll see the Big O and those guys see if they can handle another great challenge. And that's probably the difference in these two teams. When you look at the Cowboys defense versus the Bucs defense, the Bucs have got a bunch of all-stars over there and all-pro players, and the Cowboys are playing a lot of guys that are young and that are not very experienced. I'm looking at the records, though. I'm looking at the numbers that, like a guy like Donovan Wilson, one of the Cowboys' starting safeties, has put up some pretty remarkable numbers, and things like that kind of go unnoticed when you have a defense that's last in the league. This is one that the Cowboys have a chance. They have a chance to quiet some of that tonight by playing a great offensive team. Oh my gosh, and then you add Antonio Brown to it, who only played part of the season, and he's had a full off season. This is going to be a great, great challenge for the Dallas Cowboy defense. Anything they keep them under 30 points, it will be a successful night.
Yeah, Bruce Arians has not stopped talking about Antonio Brown. And Bruce Arians is not a coach who just says things to say them. So I think that's what makes me a little nervous about Antonio Brown if I'm the Cowboys this week.
No. I mean, you talk about a guy that's kind of slipped through the cracks. This guy put together the best 6 years for a receiver of anybody in history of the NFL. And then he gets traded from the Steelers to the Raiders. And I know there were some off-field issues and things going on there, but he's got a chance now. He's motivated once again, only in his 11th year, but motivated once again to prove to the world that he can still play and play at a very high level. That's scary when you've got those other guys, those other receivers that the Bucs have, and you add Antonio Brown to it. It's really scary.
I've been watching Mike Evans since he played at A&M, and he's just one of those freaks of nature. Chris Godwin is one of those perfect receivers that can kind of do everything for a guy like Tom Brady. They're a perfect match. So it's scary for a very inexperienced Cowboy defense. But then on the other side of the ball, the Cowboys have to contend with the Bucs defense, but the Bucs defense also has to contend with a lot of playmakers, including Dak Prescott coming back. I think, and we've talked about this the last couple of weeks, how quickly can they shake the rust off is going to be important, because I think they're going to have to pretty much score for score with the Bucs this whole game.
Well, that's why I wish they'd played Dak a little bit in the preseason to maybe knock some of that rust off. He's going against some of the greatest pass rushers, the best linebackers in terms of putting pressure on the quarterback in the league, and without playing a single snap of preseason. I don't like that. I wouldn't like it if I was Dak. I would wish I had played a little bit. But it is what it is. They can't change that now, so they've just got to go out there and play. But you're right. The problem is the strength of our offense is in those wide receivers. The problem with that is you got to have time to get the ball to them. I don't know if Dak's going to have the time that he's going to need. Depends a lot on the running game. And if they can get Zeke going a little bit and get some sort of a running game going so that there's at least a threat to run the ball, then they have a chance to get the ball to those wide receivers. We'll see.
One of the things I'm most excited about this year for the Cowboys, Danny, is CeeDee Lamb. Had a good rookie season, and had to play with a bunch of different quarterbacks last year and showed what he can do. From everything we've seen in the preseason, everything I've watched on Hard Knocks and the reports out of training camp is that this guy has taken a huge step forward, and it's going to be a huge problem for defensive around the league.
Yeah, he's really developed as a not only a wide receiver but a good slot receiver. And having a full year with Dak, it's exciting to think about what those two could do together. They didn't get to do that in CeeDee's rookie year, so hopefully that'll happen this year, and CeeDee Lamb will have a great year and put up some unbelievable numbers because he's certainly capable of it.
This is the BLEAV the Cowboys podcast on the BLEAV Podcast Network, the network for professional podcasters, brought to you in part by Play Action Pools, and our pod is partnering with PlayActionPools.com this season to bring some interactive fun to the sport we love the most. You'll be able to get in on the action with our PlayActionPools.com Football Pick'em Challenge, which is open to everyone. Here's how it works. Sign up for our contest, BLEAV Football Pick'em at PlayActionPools.com, then get your picks in each week. We're going to select the 10 highest profile games of the week between NFL and college football. Whoever gets the most picks correct each week will win a pair of electric sunglasses and a pair of DC shoes. Again, go to playactionpools.com and sign up for the contest. BLEAV, BLEAV, Football Pick'em. And if you plan on hosting your own football contest, go to playactionpools.com. They've got Survivor Pick'em as well as cool sportsbook style concept. Build your bankroll. Playactionpools.com, your new home for all your office sports pools. And Danny, it is opening night, and it's always great for everybody around the league. Everybody's excited about it. Do you remember your feelings on opening night each season? Did you have butterflies? What was it like for you when the season kicked off?
Oh yeah, Paul, all of that. And if you don't have those, you're not normal. People say, you're not supposed to get nervous before a game. Well, that's a bunch of baloney. All quarterbacks get nervous. You're anxious. You want to go out there and play, and especially get that first hit, get knocked around a little bit. And but tonight is a special opening night, Paul. I mean, with all that this country's been through in the last year and a half, it's almost an official, like putting the nail in the coffin of the whole COVID thing. And we're coming back. This country's coming back. The game of football's coming back. And so this is an exciting night for people everywhere.
It really is, and I'm excited for you just to be in the stadium, getting to watch. Look, I know it's watching another team pull the banner up to the rafters, but that's never boring, and that place is going to be electric.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to be fun to be there tonight. I'm just getting ready to head over. In fact, I've got leaving here in about an hour to head over to the stadium. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. How many I've seen Tom Brady. The other thing I get excited about, I just like watching legends play the game. I mean, you played with a lot of guys like that. You had your own career. I get excited. Anytime I get to watch Tom Brady play in person, I get excited. I've seen him probably 5-6 times in person. I get kind of giddy for those kind of things.
Well, yeah, I do too. I've watched a lot of them. I played with a lot of them. And, so I guess maybe it's not quite as big a deal for me, but I still love watching them play, watching them perform. There'll be a bunch of them on the field tonight. You got some guys that are going to be, legends themselves at some point in the future. And of course, Tom Brady's got his place already set, I think. But there'll be a few others coming off this field tonight that are going to be great football legends for a long time to come.
Well, Danny, enjoy the game tonight. And look, folks, if you are, watching this or listening to this before the game and preview, if you want to flip over, listen to the game on Compass and listen to Danny and the broadcast. It's always a great one. Danny, enjoy the game tonight. Thanks for your insight today. I know it's been a busy, crazy day, and happy football season.
Well, same to you, Paul. Let's go get them.
This is the BLEAV in the Cowboys podcast. This is your week 1 preview. We'll be back again next week. This is the network for professional podcasters. Have a great football weekend, everybody.